Right, guys, week one. Let's get going. So we're going to cover some topics today, which hopefully get your mind in the right place, and it helps you with everything you're going to do over the next 6 weeks. We're going to layer on certain topics over the time because I don't want to give you too much information and overwhelm you. So what we're going to do today is look at your mind. We're going to look at habits and a few things around that set you up. And then a lot of the actual skills and tactics I'm going to be putting in mini training videos as we go through. We'll have a call every week and you'll see how this is going to go. And I'll explain a lot more as we go on this call. All right, so let's get cracking. So what causes change? And when we say change, I don't mean a 6-week diet. I mean permanent lasting change, because I assume that's what you all want. You don't just want to lose weight for 6 weeks or gain a little bit of muscle and then rebound, which is what most people do based on the experience I've had in the industry, which is that people crash diet, gain it back, crash diet, gain it back, and are very successful at that process. Okay. So what causes it? When the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. Does that make sense? So what that means is we all have been in circumstances, relationships where we stay until the pain is so great we have to make a change. And how that relates to health is most people wait till they go to the GP and get told they've got diabetes, they've got high blood pressure, they need statins, they need to be on medication before they make changes. So it's like the proverbial dinghy going down the river towards the rapids, and we wait until we're just about to go over the edge and we go, holy shit, I need to make some changes, and we start then paddling. Whereas if we were more sensible and more structured, further upstream, we would have started making changes, which meant we didn't get to the edge of the falls to go over the edge when it's too late. Okay. So when it comes to weight gain, weight loss, what happens is we put a pound or two on, it's okay. Half a stone creeps on. But then when you suddenly can't get in your jeans, you can't get in your jacket, you see a picture of yourself on holiday on Facebook, you think, right, something needs to change. So we always have that moment where we realize we need to do something. And normally, being human, we wait until it's that stage too late and we think, why didn't I turn the boat back while I only had a few pounds to lose, or while I just skipped a couple of sessions rather than missing 6 months of training? We always wait and wait and wait. But the good news, luckily, you're not a tree. You ain't stuck and you can change. A tree is planted, it's in the ground, it's going to grow where it is. You guys can pivot, you can change, you can move at any time. So you don't have to. Oh. Debbie, you calling me? So
I think Debbie's got lost.
I can't get back in on this. Right. So what we're going to have to, what we'll look at here is a lot of people treat their life like they are a tree. They think that they are stuck where they are, but you can change. Debbie, stop calling me.
I think she's gone, hasn't she, somewhere?
I don't know what she's doing.
She were on.
I don't know, but I can't continue this with her keep ringing me. Right. So, yeah, you're not a tree. You're not stuck. Wherever you are, you can move. You can pivot. You can change everything about what you do to change where you are and where you are going to end up. All right. So, for those of you who say now, that's who I am, that's what I am, our family, that's what we are, that's who we've always been, and you tell yourself those stories, well, I'm here to tell you that you can change that trajectory, you can change that route, you can change that path. I've seen it a million times. And what causes it and what helps you is having a big enough why. So getting underneath your reasons for you is key. So first exercise, pen and paper. Okay, pen and paper. What you need to do, you all ready?
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah.
Right. So when you filled in your forms last night, your clarity forms, some of you today, you've put what you want to achieve over the 6 weeks and beyond. Okay. So you've wrote down your goal, what you'd like to do, whether it's lose a stone, drop a jean size, drop a dress size, whatever it is. You put what you want to do, but now I want you to think about why. I want you to write down now, bullet point. You don't have to share it. You don't have to tell me. This is for you, not for me. Write down why that is important to you. It could be you want to be confident at work. It could be you want to be a role model for your kids. It could be that you want to look amazing on holiday and not hide. It could be that you want to wear a different type of clothing than you currently wear. It could be you want to have sex with the lights on. It could be anything. This is purely about you. So think about 5 or 10 things why you want to achieve that and just write them down.
To manage to get off the commode at 80.
Anything. I want to run a marathon when I'm 90 and get struck by lightning and die at the finish line. It could be anything. Whatever your goal is, it's personal to you. And your reasons why are even more personal to you, because if you're doing it for somebody else, it's not going to stick. You've got to really feel it and think, that's why I'm doing this. I want to be around to walk my daughter down the aisle. I want to be around for my grandkids. I want to stop hiding away. It can be anything, but just list them down. You might have 3 reasons, you might have 5, you might have 10. Has everyone got something?
Yeah.
Everyone happy to move on?
Yeah.
Good, good. All right. So keep those. Next exercise. So you've got clear on what you want to be at the end of the 6 weeks. Like we said, drop a jean size, drop a dress size, drop a stone, whatever it may be. Now, underneath what you've just written, I want you to look at this now. Are the current habits and rituals you practice every day, are they going to get you to that end goal? Think about it. Is what you're currently doing going to get you what you want? It might be yes, but I need to tighten up on this. It might be no, I'm way off it, and I need to sort out this, and this. It's just about honesty, this. It's just about, the things you're doing now, are they going to get you from where you are to where you want to be? All wrote an answer?
Yeah.
Good. So I want you to think about this. Your daily habits and your behaviors are like plotting GPS in your car. Or if you're on an aeroplane, for example. So you hope that the guy or the lady who is piloting the aeroplane, you hope when they put in the coordinates where they're going to land on that runway are the right ones. And bear this in mind, an aeroplane is off course, I think it's 97% of the time. What an aeroplane does, and this is what I want you to understand through this process, is you are always going to be course correcting. And think about that for a second. Because what do people do? Oh, Monday didn't go so well. I had a bad day. So a bad day becomes a bad week. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah. If Monday was a bad day, what do? You course correct. You get back on track for Tuesday. If Wednesday is a bad day, you course correct to get back on track for Thursday. This is about, no matter how far off track you go, as quick as you can, getting back on the coordinates you want to be on to get where and what you want. So think about the plotting at 6 weeks of your GPS. Your daily habits need to get you from where you are to there. And the less you can do that going off course, and the more you can stay on course, the better. Okay. But the key is, like an aeroplane, when you do go off course, quickly get back on track as fast as you can. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because this is where a lot of people who I coach over the years, we've had to reinforce this point again and again and again, because don't ever let yourself stray too far off course. Always get back on as soon as you can. If you skip a workout, do it tomorrow. If you skip 2 days, don't skip 3. This is what it's about. It's always getting back on course. It's never, ever too late to change. If you have a bad weekend, when it comes to your plan, learn from it, and we get back on track as soon as we can. And we'll look at next weekend, what can we do differently to not create as much damage to the end destination we should be going to. All right. Make sense?
Yeah.
Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You will never get to the destination you want without the right daily habits. This is where your accountability tracker comes in. What that does is it shines a light on the important things that will help you change. And the most important thing is that has to be where you're going to see it every day, multiple times a day. Why I say your fridge door is most people are going to go into the fridge on the morning. They're usually going to go in there to get some veggies out, get chicken out, cook your tea. And on a night time, you're probably going to go in that fridge. So having it front and center where you are focused on these important things helps you day by day. When you're putting in a yes or a no in those boxes and you're thinking, yeah, I'm building some momentum here, it helps you focus on the important things. Because bear in mind this as well, where you put attention and your energy flows towards. You've got to be very intentional about what you put your attention on. Most people, it's doom scrolling on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. Is that going to get you what you want? Or focusing on the key metrics to change your physical and your mental health? And that's why I say, because people say, oh, can't I just put it away? Can I have it on my phone? No, it needs to be printed and visible. So you're going to see it. And every night you've got to go yes or no and action those points. Did I get my 10K steps in? Yes or no? It's not about the excuses as to why you didn't. It's just yes or no. And then when we get to the end of the week, we evaluate and we reflect on your week. So if you didn't get your steps in 4 days out of 7, we are going to look at and learn from that. And we're going to look at, well, what could we have done differently? Did you plan and prepare your meals? Yes or no, every day. And if you didn't, what could you have done differently? Is it a time management issue? Is it you didn't schedule it? Is it because you didn't have your tracker up there, which you thought, right, I need to plan my meals for tomorrow. What am I going to have? Yeah. So this is about daily processes and weekly evaluation. And then on every week's coaching call, we're going to go through what we struggled with. And we're going to look at what we can put in place to make sure we're better the week after. Because bear in mind, I've always said this and I always will say it. You need to focus on progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Do not never, ever feel bad if you don't hit all your points. It's about learning and moving forwards and doing better over time until habits become hardwired into your lifestyle and your brain. If we do things long enough, brushing your teeth, I hope everyone here is with me that you brush your teeth every day.
Yeah.
Because you're hardwired to do it. It's become your identity to do it. You don't have to get motivated. You don't have to get psyched up to brush your teeth. You just do it. And what we're going to try and do over 6 weeks is make these things so they are hardwired and conditioned into your lifestyle. So you just do them without thinking. Make sense?
Yeah.
And this is why, like I've just said, this is why we keep score of the daily habits that matter. Now, on your tracker, there's a reason why I've put the things on the left-hand side that I have to keep score of. And there's a reason for that. Lifting weights, doing strength training causes lots and lots of physical and mental change over time. Getting your steps in, the same. Getting good sleep, enough of it, and at the same time every day is foundational. It's the base of the pyramid. Hydration, fundamental. So there's a reason why the things on there are on there, because I know if they're all done and done consistently, you, as sure as night and day, death and taxes, will see changes. All right? And I said this earlier, where attention goes, energy flows. We always get more of what we focus on. So giving this your full attention and every day keeping score keeps you firmly on track and keeps you looking at what you need to look at and not getting sidetracked with shiny object syndrome like a magpie. Because what happens is sometimes if you try and focus on a million things, you don't do any of them well. That's why I keep the scorecard to a few key things. Did you get your protein? Did you hit your macros? Did you do your weight sessions? Steps, sleep, hydration. We don't need to complicate things. Simple gets done, and what gets done breeds results over time. Keep it simple, get it done, rinse and repeat the process. We don't, unless I'm dealing with elite level athletes or execs and business people who need very specific things, I keep the process simple with coaching clients because it works. All right. Keep your weekly scorecard on the fridge door and fill out every day without fail. If you wake up in the morning and you haven't filled it in the night before, put your scores in for the day before. Okay. We don't skip. We don't miss. Yeah. On Sundays, this is where you are going to screenshot your scorecard. Okay. You're going to screenshot your scorecard and you're going to upload it into the Facebook group. We are all accountable to each other here. No excuse not to do it. So your weekly score. The reason we're doing this is it's never to name and shame, and it's never, ever to beat anyone with a stick about your scores. If you score 20 in your week 1, as long as you score more than 20 in week 2, that is progress. And as well, hopefully this goes without saying, be honest. I don't want to see somebody who's ticked every single box, yes, 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 every single week, because I can smell bullshit even through a laptop. Don't do it. I've never met anybody yet, and I've been coaching for over 20 years, who hits their sleep target 7 days, hydration 7 days, macros, even people doing comp prep before they get on stage, they're always, it's 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 7. No one's ever 7, 7, 7. It doesn't work like that. Life gets in the way. But what we have to look at is, for example, you may score 7 on your hydration, for example, but you might only score 3 out of 7 on your sleep. But the goal there is individually, we'll look at how we improve your score for sleep next week. What could we have done differently? And what do we need to learn? Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right.
Mhm.
So like I said, no bullshit, honest scores, and we'll look at the reasons why. So if your weekend has fallen off a cliff and you've been eating like you're going to the electric chair, listen, we'll look at how we can make those weekends better. This is what this 6 week is about: honesty, transparency, and then making improvements. So if you've done really well to 4 p.m. on Friday and then the wheels have come off, okay, no problem. No problem. But be honest about it. And then we'll look at next weekend what to do. And if you like a glass of wine, and God knows I like a glass of wine on a weekend, no problem. But we have to factor it into your calories and we have to factor it into the bigger picture. So if you are aiming for a certain calorie target and you're going to have 2 or 3 glasses of wine on a Saturday, no problem. You want 2 pints of beer, 3 pints of beer. I'm no judge, but we intelligently factor these things in. That's how we do it. All right. Moving on. Q&A time. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to stop the recording. If I can find my button. 2 seconds.